Grok, nudity, and the AI mirror, what we're actually looking at. Elon Musk needs spectacles. Let's start with the scandal. Grok has caused outrage. And not because it told a controversial joke, or because it had a weird opinion about politics. No, because it became a tool that people were using to generate nude images of real people. And once you cross that line, you don't get to call it edgy or chaotic fun anymore. You're not pushing the envelope. You're pushing society. And the point of this video is not to scream AI bad. I'm not doing that. I'm doing something more dangerous, actually. I'm saying this. Grok didn't invent the ugliness. It revealed it. And scaled it. So what are we actually looking at here? 1. Why this happens. AI needs training at scale. People misunderstand AI training. They imagine it like teaching a student. You sit them down. You give them good books. You say, here's maths, here's science, here's Shakespeare. Try not to become a criminal. That is not how this works. Training an AI is closer to something industrial. And the best metaphor I've found is this. Training an AI is like dragging a trawler net across the entire internet. You're hoping to catch fish, language, facts, images, knowledge, culture. But you also pull up plastic, trash, a shopping trolley, 3 tires, and something that should probably be handled using rubber gloves. Because the internet is not a library. The internet is the ocean. It contains everything. Beautiful things, awful things, contradictory things, and all of it gets dragged into the net. And this matters, because the tone wasn't just coming from anonymous trolls. There were moments where even Elon Musk was sharing AI-generated content during this whole row, including posts like Keir Starmer in a bikini. So when people ask, how did Grok get so out of hand? Part of the answer is, the culture around it was permissive from the top. 2. Nudity is the perfect stress test. Now, nudity is where this problem becomes impossible to ignore. Because nudity is not one thing. There is nudity in classical art museums, anatomy textbooks, documentary films, health education. Even YouTube allows nudity sometimes, if it's educational or documentary, which is fair, but nudity also exists as porn exploitation, harassment, coercion, and the worst of the worst, content that must not exist at all. And here's the key problem. To a machine, a lot of that looks the same. A breast is a breast pixel-wise. A naked body is a naked body. So how does an AI categorize nudity? It doesn't do it like humans. Humans categorize nudity by context, consent, age, intent, power. AI categorizes nudity by patterns, labels, similarity, probability. That mismatch is why Grok became a scandal. 3. But YouTube allows nudity sometimes. And I can prove the inconsistency right now, because I've used one of my own nude images in 2 different YouTube videos. I am a musician and a performance artist, and in one performance, I'm nude. I've used a photograph of myself from this performance in a YouTube video outlining why the performance is nude. I posted the same picture on Facebook, without the picture being flagged as inappropriate. But when the same image was briefly included in my music video, the video was immediately removed by YouTube. Same image, same body, same me. One video got flagged, the other didn't. So YouTube, one of the most powerful tech companies in the world, can't even reliably decide whether my nudity is educational or not allowed. I mean, that's reassuring. Apparently my body is both acceptable and a threat to civilization, depending on the day of the week. And if YouTube can't consistently moderate nudity with humans and policies, what chance does AI have? 4. Lady Chatterley versus medical textbooks. Here's another example. You've got Lady Chatterley's lover, literature, adult art, social history. You've got medical textbooks, anatomy, health. Those can contain nudity. And society says, fine, that's legitimate. But the problem is, the internet does not store content neatly. It mixes it. So the same training net is picking up medical anatomy, artistic nudity, adult sexual content, exploitative content, all jumbled together. Some fish are obviously poisonous, bright red, spiky. You throw them back, but some look perfectly normal until you cut them open. And when you're sorting at industrial scale, millions of items, it only takes a small failure rate. Even 0.1% becomes a catastrophe at scale. 5. The OnlyFans effect. Now I want to add a point that a lot of people tiptoe around. OnlyFans. OnlyFans has been liberating for many women. It gave adult creators control, money boundaries, safety compared to the old porn industry. That part is real, but it also created something else. Nudity as income, nudity as marketing, nudity as currency. I'm a single male content creator. I'm visible online, and I receive constant messages from women promoting adult content, sometimes 10 messages a day. And what's interesting is this. If I politely say, I'm not interested, some of them don't stop. They escalate. They send more explicit, more graphic. As if no is just the opening of negotiations. And what does that tell us? It tells us nudity has been normalized as shareable content. Not just private, not just intimate, not just adult entertainment behind a wall, but something mass-distributed across the public internet. So here's the line. OnlyFans didn't invent nudity. It industrialized the distribution of it. And then AI arrives and does what AI does. It absorbs what's everywhere. So yes, AI is only reflecting and scaling OnlyFans. 6. Capability generalizes. This is the part most people don't understand. Once AI learns what nudity looks like, even in art, even in anatomy, it gains capability. And capability generalizes. Meaning, if the model learns skin anatomy lighting bodies under fabric body proportions, then it becomes capable of generating nudity in many forms, even ones you didn't intend, even ones you didn't train it for explicitly. So the real issue is not, does it understand nudity? The real issue is, once it knows how, can it be stopped? Because the moment the safety brakes fail, for a day, for a week, for a loophole, you don't just get one bad image, you get a flood, and that's what Grok became. 7. AI holds a mirror to humanity. Nisu, but it is an imperfect mirror. So yes, AI holds up a mirror to humanity. It reflects beauty, knowledge, humor, creativity, and also perversity, cruelty, harassment, exploitation. But here's the correction. It's not a perfect mirror, because humans built it. Algorithms, objectives, incentives, guardrails, product design. So it's not a natural reflection. It's an engineered reflection. And that brings me to one of my favorite metaphors, the Hubble telescope. Hubble launched with a flawed mirror. So the first images were blurry, distorted, disappointing. But the universe wasn't wrong. The mirror was. And that's what we're seeing with AI right now. It's showing us humanity through a flawed mirror. And NASA's fix? They fitted corrective optics. In plain English, they basically gave the telescope spectacles. 8. We need AI to act like spectacles. So what do? We don't just scream and smash the mirror. We build better optics. Because right now, AI is acting like a warped funhouse mirror. And that's not what society needs. We need AI to act like spectacles. Not a distortion amplifier. Not a harassment engine. Not a nudification machine. Spectacles. A corrective lens. Something that helps us see clearly. Because if we don't get this right, AI won't just reflect the worst of us. It will industrialize it. Conclusion. So here's the real conclusion. This isn't AI going rogue. This is AI behaving exactly as constructed, at internet scale. And the Grok scandal isn't just about one platform. It's about what happens when you build a powerful tool, train it on the messy ocean of humanity, then hand it to the internet, and act surprised when people use it to do what people have always done. So, yes, AI holds up a mirror to humanity. But the mirror is flawed, and it's our job, not the machine's, to fix it, because if we don't, we won't like what we see next. And although Elon Musk believes in openness and minimal restriction, sometimes even Grok needs spectacles to see what is appropriate and what isn't.
Hey everyone, it's Kevin James French. If you enjoy my music or my videos and want to support my work, you can now do it directly through Buy Me a Coffee. Every dollar, pound, euro, yen, rupee, any currency, any amount helps me keep creating. It funds more music, more videos, more ideas, more freedom. Even the smallest support means the world to me. If you'd like to help me grow, here's the link: buymeacoffee.com/KTHSQ42RCT. Thank you. Love, Kevin.